Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for somebody that is eager to cross something off the list or wipe their hands clean of a situation. And what I'm hearing is that you are almost there. There's like one last component or one last step. There's maybe even a sense that you know that this is something you have to do, but you don't really want to do it. You might be procrastinating a little bit, but then we have the Four of Swords, which basically says once you do this, then you can relax, then you have a period of like enjoying things and feeling like things are at peace, right? So let's call on spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Pardon Mr. Hambone having his dinner in the background. I hope you all are having a wonderful day so far. We're going to start off with the Lenormand. This is the Golden Lenormand. We have the Ring. This is a love reading. I think somebody has had to do a few or several things to regain stability in their life. And it's been in an effort to reach a particular outcome, which is having that stability, having that ability to have a good, healthy relationship, like cleaning house, spring cleaning, whatever it is. I know it's not spring, but like feels to me like somebody may even have had to have a difficult conversation with another person. There's just kind of like it feels good to cross it off the list, but I don't like doing these things, that kind of feeling. Hi, there was Christina. Love you back. Hello, Elizabeth. How are you doing? Ah, you're so sweet. So this could be connected to our King of Wands readings. Like the last week or so, we've been having a lot of King of Wands cards come out, indicating that somebody has figured out what they needed to address and worked towards that healing in order to be in a relationship with somebody. And we'll start with the beginner tarot. So the number 5 is important. We have 5 and 25. And the beginner's tarot puts all of the cards like number at the top, and they also assign numbers to like royal cards like the kings. So we have 4 5s here. And we have somebody that has been struggling or had been struggling because they felt a sense of grief in a romantic like love situation, right? The World in the reverse, already repeating. We've taken 3 cards from each tarot deck and I've gotten it from each one. So there's a sense here that somebody is worried they've already lost this love connection. Time and distance has made it all the more obvious to this King of Cups energy that this person is who they want. This person is a good fit for them, right? Hi there, Voodoo. How are you doing? Hello, Dr. Strangelove. Welcome in. So, I mean, I gotta say, if you resonate with the King of Cups, you've already won, even if you feel like you haven't, because you have found inspiration in the world to become your best self. And that's always a good thing, even if you don't get the like love interest at the end of the story that you did it all for. Maybe you'll just find out I actually did that for myself. Either way, you're setting yourself up for success by addressing the things that you need to in hopes that you can get something you want to, right? Hello there, Kathleen. How are you? We have the Ace of Cups. I told you it's definitely a love connection. This is not a career reading. Queen of Cups in the reverse. So I just had like a vision pass through my mind of somebody kind of like sulking around, being a little bit difficult to talk to, a little bit like woe is me because of this love. Like I'm literally picturing like was his name just Beast and Beauty and the Beast? I can't remember if he had like an actual name. I'm sure he had an actual name. But he kind of stomped around, right? Like this King of Cups might be just a little bit accustomed to not really having to deal with the realities of emotions or being able to like ignore them, shove them way down, not have to like think about them. And therefore, it's a little bit uncomfortable and a little bit new for them to feel so lovesick and want something so bad. Look at me. I'm shocked. We have the King of Wands again. Yup. So here's what it's looking like. This masculine energy, and remember, everybody's got feminine and masculine energy, right? So you'll have to figure out who plays what role. But this King of Wands, King of Cups energy, who is looking to take action in a situation that made him fall in love, they're ready to take action, but there's an Empress in the reverse is probably this last thing that needs to happen or the last thing that needs to be addressed because we have the term in action here. So this is whatever this last thing is that this King of Wands, King of Cups needs to do before they can move forward in their love life. It has to do with letting go of something and they know it's going to be painful. It's like, I know there's going to be a big argument. I know it's going to make my life more difficult or my life more complicated, at least for the short term, right? Because whenever you have disruption in your life, there's going to be some headaches, there's going to be some setbacks, there's going to be some work associated with it, right? And this person's like, I'd rather play Scrabble. I'd rather play tic-tac-toe. I just like literally anything aside from telling that person what they don't want to hear. So it feels like it's a conversation that this King of Cups, King of Wands knows is going to be a challenge. Hey, you know what? Sometimes we let people take 3 hours to say something that they really only need 15 minutes to say. I've been in some lame conversations, like specifically breakup conversations, where it's like, yeah, I mean, you're really just saying the same thing over and over again, hoping that I'll feel guilty about something that I don't think I need to feel guilty for. So why don't you just like move along? We don't need to keep rehashing the same thing, right? Vincent, thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate that. I had to imagine there was some actual name there instead of just Beast. Hi there, Miss Joanna. How are you doing? Let's see what else we have for you all. Strength and the reverse. Whoever you are, King of Cups, King of Wands, you have found the strength to do a lot of difficult things in your life over the years. And now there's just this one thing that's standing in between you and your 10 of Pentacles, your happily ever after, your stable, romantic, happy existence. But it's like you're making it worse in your head than it is in reality. For some of you, this is standing up to your parents or one parent in particular and standing up for something that you believe is what you are supposed to choose in life or who you are supposed to choose, and they may not agree with you. So you might have a parent that feels like they have, influence over you, or they can direct your life in a certain way. But, you know, they're going to have to find out at a certain point that that's not true. We are all the captains of our own ships, right? Like, you can try to say that I have to live my life your way, but the only person or only cat that applies to is Hambone, right? When I say get down and stop chewing on plastic, I had to get down and stop chewing on plastic. All right, sorry. That's Hambone, if you don't know. So, yeah, we have this Strength in the Reverse card right in front of the Ten of Pentacles, separating our King of Wands from this happiness, right? So sometimes you just have to take a deep breath, remind yourself how strong you are, and let go of that fear, let go of that insecurity, and move on, right? Move forward. Do what you need to do. Hello, Sushma. How are you doing? Hello, Zanab. How are you doing? And then we have the Six of Pentacles and the Chariot. I don't know why this makes me want to smirk. So the Six of Pentacles is sharing, generosity. There's something like a kind gesture that this King of Cups, King of Wands wants to make. It could be, I have a gift for you, or I have, a letter that I wrote for you. But this desire to finally have that moment, whether it's a gift or a conversation, a very important thing to say, the King of Cups, King of Wands can't really think about anything else. There's a sense of when your mind goes a little bit, blank or empty, maybe you're trying to sleep, this person's mind and their thoughts always go to the same place. And it's almost like that's convinced them this is the person that I could like actually build a life with, because like I can imagine them, or I feel like this connection to them even when they're not next to me, right? So there's a sense of urgency here paired with that weakness or that concern, like I don't really want to do this last thing, but I know that it's the only thing blocking me from what I want. But there has been progress here, because instead of letting that Five of Cups energy, which is, like self-pity and regret, thinking about what happened in the past, and instead of actually doing something about it, this person is well aware that every moment that goes by where they don't say what they need to say or they don't do what they need to do is a moment wasted. And it's getting to the point now where this king keeps thinking, I could be doing this with the person I care about. I could be doing that with the person I care about. But I'm not, because I'm afraid of this silly little conversation that we have to have, right? Whoever you are, it feels like you need to hear that when you feel this strong of a connection, there might be people in your life that tell you it's a forbidden connection, a forbidden love, something that you shouldn't be feeling. But you're smarter than that. I think this situation has helped you realize how much you are actually in charge of your own life and how much you allow others to influence you. This love is very important to this king. Like, this Transparent umbrella makes me feel as though there have been times that have been very difficult. This King of Cups, King of Wands has had to spend alone or feeling alone, not really feeling understood. But there was a moment in time, or several, that this King of Wands, King of Cups keeps thinking back on that encourages them to be bold or strong in moments where they might otherwise be feeling a little bit weak or a little bit lacking in terms of courage. So there's been a very positive influence from this love interest on this masculine energy. So this King of Cups, King of Wands definitely needs to talk to whomever this person is that's a block to this relationship. And sorry to just be so blunt with it, but part of the sense of urgency here is somebody wants to like act on their feelings. Like that physical connection is something that they think about quite often as well. All right, let's go with this is the Hocus Pocus deck. Let's see what else we have for you. Christina, I hope you're having an amazing week. All right, we've got the Empress in the reverse again. So we had her here, and here she is again. Along with Judgment. This is a decision regarding somebody who is self-important, doesn't really know how to allow other people to live their own life, and very opinionated, right? Well, you could wear that dress, but I just don't know if it works on you. Just like judgy type, but like not in a helpful way. And this King of Wands, King of Cups has a decision to make regarding this person. This could be an ex or a parent. We have Knight of Lightning, which is the Knight of Swords, and the Two of Potions or Two of Cups in the reverse. Both of them are in the reverse. So we have, kind of what I said recently. We've got somebody here who was talking down on a connection, advising someone to walk away from a connection. And this is out of jealousy, I think, or it's not necessarily straight up jealousy so much as you should do what I tell you, right? Three of Pumpkins in the reverse or Three of Pentacles in the reverse. It's like, I wasn't supposed to choose you. I tried to create a block. I couldn't block you because I kept feeling your energy. I kept thinking about you. So now I'm going to put somebody else out of my life because I choose you. Page of Candles, Page of Wands, reassessing the situation, looking at what would be the best move and communicating it. There's a sense of innocence here. If you're worried about whether or not this King of Cups, King of Wands would lie to you, everybody's capable of those little white lies, right? But I think this person has a very profound sense of dedication or admiration that calls for honesty. So they're trying to do right. Two of Wands or Two of Candles in the reverse and the Master. I shouldn't have done what I did. I shouldn't have walked away. I shouldn't have done that. Why did I do that? There's a little bit of like obsessive thoughts here around a decision that this king made to walk away instead of having a conversation, instead of being honest. They play it over and over again. What would have happened if I had said this? What would have happened if I told the truth? We have the Nine of Pumpkins or Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, the King of Lightning or King of Swords in the reverse, and the Eight of Candles or Wands. So yeah, the person that needs to be let go or spoken to by this King of Cups, King of Wands is somebody that tried to lie about a situation and tried to make it seem like this king needed to be around them, needed their advice, needed their connections. This is like somebody trying to make another person dependent upon them. Like, I'm going to trap you. You can't go anywhere if you're convinced that, like, I solve all your problems for you, right? All right, let's go with this is the Crow Tarot. Two of Wands in the reverse. That's the same card as this one, by the way. Tower in the reverse. I get a sense of smothering, a sense of like meddling, being nosy. And of course, this can be anyone, but this is somebody that overstepped their bounds with this king. And in an effort to try to avoid losing this connection or this control they have, they did something against their better judgment or that they knew was going to cause problems, but they were certain they'd be able to figure it out somehow. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. They're now realizing that they have actually endangered this relationship completely by saying what they said or doing what they did. This is like being caught lying about somebody, that kind of thing, you know? Lovers and the Ten of Wands. We had the Ten of Wands come out as the very first card in our reading today. And it's telling me this last thing that needs to be done by this King of Wands, King of Cups is make the decision. TikTok, time to get, I don't know, get moving, get choosing, you know, like there's been some time that I think the king regrets wasting when they could have been moving towards what they want. King of Cups in the reverse. Nine of Swords in the reverse. Yeah. I think there were some people that were trying to discourage you from this relationship that had motives of their own. This does seem to tie in with that King of Wands storyline that I've been getting for a couple days, maybe even a couple weeks here, where somebody was discouraged from a relationship for all the wrong reasons. The person they were interested in was interested in them and also had good intentions. But there was jealousy or a desire to control somebody that took over the situation. And now that's coming to light and things are balancing back out. The universe loves to be in balance. So if somebody tries to control that or avoid that, it's only a matter of time, you know? Five of Pentacles in the reverse, Knight of Cups in the reverse. In a situation where somebody didn't make a love offer but wished they had, they are coming back around or there's a reunion happening. Eight of Cups in the reverse, they are coming back. It's like, hey, I know it's been a while. I've missed you, but I'm back. You know, like Five of Wands in the reverse. But they're nervous that there's going to be an argument. They don't want to fight with this person that they are enamored of. Six of Wands in the reverse, and they're dealing with a sense of insecurity here, a fear of failure, of rejection. We have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. We had that right here as well. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, because they don't want to be alone. They want to be with this person. They want to set up a home. They want to watch Netflix every night after work. Um, they want to wake up to this person. Not for everybody, but for someone random out there. I just saw like a razor. So somebody, if you have a question mark on when you reunite with this person, if you should shave the facial hair, this is a yes for you. Um, not for everyone. There is a lot of happiness in this connection, a lot of, I think, like adventures and travel in their future, whoever these two are. So, yeah, let's get some advice from the zodiac fortune telling cards and then we'll call it a day. Netflix and chill, exactly. True blue in every respect. This person has good intentions towards you. Love and happiness is in store for you, more so in the future. And a family grief. So this comes across to me as there was a major sense of loss or a difficult situation that put a family member in a frame of mind that made it difficult to trust others. And therefore, there were a lot of things said about keeping people out, not trusting them, and being happier by yourself. And I think somebody has had to challenge that belief and find their own, truth. We can't live our lives based off of the fears and difficulties that others have had in their life. We can take note of it, we can learn from it, but this feels to me like somebody trying to prevent a family member, probably a child, from getting heartbroken by just like telling them to avoid love altogether. And if you know me, you know I'm not a subscriber to that particular opinion. I think there is just a need for us to be self aware and selective and of course discerning, and when you are, then you'll find somebody that you can have a healthy relationship with, right? All right, everyone, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.